Hello, I'm Linda Linker Rosenthal, a mentoring steward and advisory council member for Good of the Whole and a deep lover of 7 days of rest. I'm honored to be able to offer my gift of imagination to our many diverse expressions this week. So let's take a breath together. And I invite you now to close your eyes, to listen, and rest for the next 10 minutes or so while I tell you a story for all ages, in all ages, called The Birth of Diversity. Once upon the beginning, there was no light, no time, no sound, no colors, no fragrant whiffs in the air. In fact, there was no air at all, no textures, no taste buds. There was not even the slightest hint of any movement. All was very, very still and dark. There was nothing. No thing. It was boring as hell. So in the infinite, mysterious, nameless wisdom of compassion and intelligence, the source of all this boring nothingness created a thought for itself. And that thought, we need to liven things up in this universe. So it created a cosmic paintbrush of sorts, which only worked when something called creative imagination was ignited. And the universe spun its paintbrush around and around, making the first noise, a whirling, whooshing sound that caused vibrations to tumble out, each with its own frequency, until something was formed. Then more somethings, and more. The universal paintbrush was having indescribable fun, splattering a zillion things out into space, which bumped together and made an infinite number of orbs of various sizes and shapes and unique organic compounds. When the original thought, we'll call these spinning things universes, galaxies, planets, moons, and stars, and suns. And then the immanent thought expanded again and thought, this is so cool. Let's make more spinning things. We can watch all these vibrations turn into even more things. So the darkness was introduced to light, and so many spectrums of colors were born that it caused the original metacognizance to laugh out loud, which was the beginning of complex sound beyond that first whirring and whooshings, which made the universal laughter even more robust and joyous, which kind of surprised all that silence, but it really liked waking up. Silence broke open and caused listening to bring even more joy to the original thought. The sounds began to reverberate throughout the spaciousness, and the source of this creative genius tapped out various rhythms that surrounded the endless solar systems. And the thought, I don't have to just think anymore. Now I can see with these vibrant colors and speak with the vivid vibrations. Let there be music. So high-pitched classical instruments filled the airwaves, each with their different expressions, and it was delightful for the universe to hear. It was a grand diversity of words, songs, stories, dissertations, soliloquies, lullabies and jazz and blues and melancholy melodies, and rock and roll, heavy metal, rap operettas were born. The new cacophony of sounds pleased the original thought so much that it thought first and then said out loud, let there be a garden of life out there somewhere, where beings of all shapes and sizes and colors can enjoy all of this fantastic phenomena. And so the garden of life was seeded and planted and nurtured, so it could nourish all the cells and souls of all the beings who were made of the original spinning from the source's magical paintbrush. They grew like flowers that were now dancing and singing in harmony on one of the many oscillating orbs in one particular solar system in the vast and diverse living universe. And the thought of its garden, This is good, really good. The more colors, the better. The more shapes and fragrances and sizes of these things we've named flowers can be plants of all kinds. What is good for one of them is good for the whole garden. The more differences there are, the more beautiful it is. Let's call this place Mother Gaia Earth. Miraculously, the flowers, trees, and plants began to shift and transform, causing a transmutation in nature, which sprouted what the wise universe called tiny human babies. And it said, "Let there be growing children, each filled with nourished cells and souls, so they can dance in their beautiful garden of life." And so, movement was born, and things twisted and shook and jumped and mixed together to form all kinds of exotic dances in the wind. The children of Mother Earth were as diverse as the garden itself. Not one little child looked or moved exactly like another. Each one was unique with its own color, distinctive fragrance, sound, shape, size, and feelings. In all its magnificent beauty, this garden expanded until it covered the entire planet. Each child flower landed in its own geography, which made the landscape change shape and colors too. There were children of the deserts and tropical forests wearing brown, shiny skin. There were children of the mountains who lived in glistening snow and befriended all the animals with furry coats. These four-leggeds would share their fur with the little ones to keep them warm. What was good for one child was good for the whole community on the land where they lived. There were children of the waters whose skin was soft and fluid like mermaids and dolphins, sparkling at the surface of foamy waves. The children grew into every size and color with varying shapes and scents. Their sounds were different. The universe, who loved laughing, made it that way. Everyone's laugh was unique. Every language was musical. Every kind of thinking was individual. Every morsel of food was grown, harvested, prepared, and savored in different ways all around their Mother Gaia's face. It was anything but boring. And the universal source of this creation was overjoyed with the different expressions of beauty in every corner of its multiverses. No matter where they were, there was harmony in all its magical components. The children recognized this. They knew they had come from the original garden of life, which evolved from the first original thought that dreamt up a world of infinite and radiant diversity. They wouldn't have it any other way. A canvas of solid white with no texture, no shape, nor any energy was simply too boring. So the wise children of diversity merged with the original thought, and they co-created an exciting and expanding new world with new colors, new grains and spices, new textures and technologies, new species to explore, new lands to appreciate, new beauty to celebrate. They would keep nurturing this miraculous garden of life, where everything was uniquely different from the other, and all was growing under an open and full umbrella of inclusiveness. So the birth of diversity intertwined naturally with evolution. All the wonders of Mother Nature's imagination included collaboration with the original thought, which continues to this moment to laugh heartily, sending vibrations of ever-expanding love and creativity throughout the universes. I cannot say this is the end of the story, because it feels more like the beginning again and again.